Hello, bookish friends. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Drew, and this is Drew's Ambitious Reading. And for today's video, I am coming at you with a monthly TBR. And once again, I forgot to shut my fan off, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Anyways, I am here to film a very fun, exciting video. I also need to get my TBR jar bag. We have our TBR jar bag back. And then I also need to get my TBR jar prompts jar that I have. We're going to be doing this in the video today. I'm going to do these either first. I'm going to do these last. That way we can get the excitement in at the end of the video. But today I have a very like the most ambitious TBR yet. I am participating in camp season-a-thon because I am one of the co-hosts for the whole month of June. I'll leave my announcement video up above or down below. Definitely check it out. Thank you for all those who have subscribed to me recently because of that, and for giving me all the views that I've been getting lately. That's truly amazing. And if you have not yet done that yet, please hit the subscribe button, turn your notification on, don't miss any new videos coming from me soon, and give this video a like. It will definitely help me out. Anyways, without that intro out of the way, let's jump into my June TBR because it's so ambitious. So grab your drinks, grab your snacks, and happy Pride Month, everyone. It is the first day of June, so cheers. Anyways, let's start off with what I'm currently reading. So I'm currently 50 pages into my May book club pick. I haven't got around to finishing this yet because I have an author interview with this author later in the month of June, and that is Every Time You Hear That Song by Jenna Voice. This is a YA contemporary standalone novel, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I am deciding to annotate it because I thought it would be fun to annotate my book club picks. So like I said, I'm 50 pages in, so I'm not that far into it, but I am hoping to get to page 100 tonight. They say they never meet your idols, but nothing about digging up their deepest secrets. 17-year-old aspiring journalist Darren Purchase has been a lifelong fan of country music legend Deckel Castle, who, as famous for her classic hits as she is for her partnership with songwriter Mecklin Hopper, the same Mecklin who mysteriously backed out of a legitimate limelight at the height of their careers, never to be heard from again. I picked this out because I saw the cover and I was like, this is absolutely a gorgeous cover. If you are participating in Camp Season-a-thon, this would work for a book with a rainbow color on the cover because it's a sunset cover, not cover. Oh my gosh, words. But yeah, this will definitely work for one of the prompts. I'm hoping to finish this weekend, and I can't wait for the author interview. Next section that I want to do is carryovers and DNFs from the month of May. So I am still carrying over because I'm waiting for the audiobook to come in, even though I could finish physically reading this one, and that's Playing for Keeps by Jennifer Dugan. I was really enjoying this book. It took me a while to physically read it. I'm on chapter 13, page 137, and like I said, I could finish this in the month of June because it is Pride Month, and I am halfway through it, so I'm hoping to maybe pick this back up in the month of June. That way I can actually get my book review out for Penguin Teen. Penguin Teen also sent me a physical arc of Every Time You Hear That Song and Playing for Keeps this month, so I would definitely love to try and finish these two books either this weekend or just sometimes in the month of June. So yeah, I definitely am carrying this one over from May into June. And then another book that I'm carrying over / DNFing. I am so sad to say that I am DNFing Empire of the Vampire. I don't know what it is about this book. I think it's just because I'm not used to J. Kristoff's adult writing, and there was a lot of like explicit terms in here and just some scenes in here I did not like. So I messaged my friend Lori saying that I'm DNFing this book. So we do have a couple other buddy reads that are planned. I literally got to page 120 in here, so I could have kept going, but I just wasn't in the mood to find out, which sucks because J. Kristoff is questionable now, but J. Kristoff was an author for me, so maybe I'll just need to put this book down and then start something else by him. I will not be putting this one on my shelf because I feel like it would collapse. Let's jump into book clubs. So for book clubs, like I said, for the month of May, I was supposed to read Every Time You Hear That Song, but I haven't got to it, so I'm reading it now. And then for June, I've already read this one because I read this in January. But for Queer Reads, June's book club pick is Dark Star Burning, Ashes Fall White by Amelia Wenzel. This is the second final book in the Song of Silver Flame Like Night duology. I don't know what this series name is actually called, but I love this duology. I cannot wait to reread this one this month. I'm definitely going to reread this because I'm also doing author interview with Amelia Wenzel for book 2. So I'm so excited to see what she thought or how she planned book 2 out, and to see if there's going to be any more in this world or if this is like 2-in-1 done deal. So yeah, in the month of June, we're reading Dark Star Burning, Ashes Fall White, or if you like me, you're going to be rereading it. Speaking of book clubs, I have a lot to go through. So Gabby from Gabby Reads, she is going to be reading Listen for a Lie by Amy Tintira. I hear nothing but amazing things about this adult thriller. This is going to be my first book by this author as well, so I'm pretty stoked for this. I believe this has a podcast element, so very stoked for that. And it's super short too. It's actually one of my shorter reads for this month. So super stoked for that, and I'm hoping I can get to this in the month of June. If not, it will be okay. Next one, my friend Zaran is reading Feybound by Sarah Arifi. This is the first book, or is this a standalone novel? I don't know. I'll have to check Goodreads. I think this is their first in a fantasy series, or it's an adult fantasy standalone. All I know is that there is elves and fae in here, obviously. It says 2 elven sisters become imprisoned in the intoxicating world of fae, where danger and love lie in wait. Feybound is the first book in an enchanting new trilogy from the Sunday Times bestselling author The Final Strife. I honestly have been hearing nothing but amazing things about this author's work in general, and I'm very stoked to see what happens in this first book. My friend Donna, I forgot the name of it, so I'll leave it down below, but my friend Donna just started a new book club, and their book club pick for the month of June is going to be Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres. I was really excited to see that this was announced as Donna and 2 of her other friend, Bethany, I think. I don't know. I could be wrong. Oh no, Beatrice. Sorry. Beatrice and Laura. I'll leave everybody I mentioned down below. They did a spinner wheel, and they picked this one from the spinner wheel, so I'm actually really excited because I don't know if you can see from the little corner here. This is a Book of the Month copy that I have, so if I do get to this one, I will get a Book of the Month book off my list. For Buzzword, I have the buzzword for June is repeating words, and I can't think of any other books that has repeating words that is like obviously repeating itself. The only one I can think of is Tomorrow, Tomorrow, and Tomorrow by Gabriel Zevin. This obviously has a bunch of awards with this book. It's a adult sci-fi fantasy mix, so I don't know if I'll get to this in the month of June, but if I wanted to complete Buzzword, I can do this one. For some books that I've decided I want to read or reread. I would like to reread one of my favorite books of all time, and I'm nervous to do this because, like I just said, it's one of my favorite books of all time. But that is Aristotle Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sons. As you can see, this copy is pretty beat up, and it's like the perfect time to read this book. I love it with all my heart. It's this book and Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda are tied for like my favorite mill romances, so I'm excited to jump back into this universe. I'm behind on some Star Wars content, so I need to read Star Wars The High Republic Cataclysm by Lydia King. This is the next book in the High Republic phrase, and I'm so excited for the Acolyte TV show to come out on June 4th. And then I also would like to read Star Wars The Living Force by John Jackson Miller. This is set a couple years before the prequel movie of The Phantom Menace, and this deals with the whole Jedi Council crew. So, very stoked for that. Let's jump into my TBR knockout, TBR tackle challenge that I do on Instagram. I have a lot. One challenge is to start or to read a book that starts with the letter L or R in the title. And for me, I picked Love at First Set by Jennifer Dugan. Voice crack. Love at First Set by Jennifer Dugan. I absolutely love Jennifer Dugan. As you can see, I have another book by her on my TBR already, so this might just be like a Jennifer Dugan month. This is her first ever adult romance novel, so I'm pretty stoked for this one, and I'm hoping that I love it just as much as I love her YA books. And her new one, The Ride for Her Life, just came out in the month of May, so I'm hoping to get to that in the month of June as well. For the next one, it is to audiobook. Listen to an audiobook. I have the audiobook of this one checked out from my Libby account right now, and that is The Summer Queen by Rochelle Hansen. I'm very excited to see how this duology ends, but I'm also a little nervous just because the first one ended on a huge cliffhanger, so I'm like curious to see how this series will wrap up. This is on my series list of 24 series to read in 2024, so if I do get to this in the month of June, I will be really excited. Another book is to read a book with blue on the cover, and so another series I would like to wrap up is The Eternal Ones by Naomi Forna, third and final book of this trilogy. I've been meaning to read this ever since I pre-ordered this back in February, and I just haven't got an excuse to pick it back up. So hoping with this video it will motivate me to do so. Next challenge is to read a chunky book, and so I'm going to be reading Wrath by John Gwynne, another series finale, the fourth and final book in the Faithful and the Fallen series. Very excited to see how this one ends, but I know this one is going to make me cry. And the last one I'm going to read is to read a book with a father figure in the book, and that is Aristotle and Dante Dives into the Water of the World by Benjamin Alire Sons. I mentioned book 1 earlier in this video, so I'm hoping to reread book 1 and then finally get to book 2, because I literally bought this the year this came out. I think this came out 2021. Oh my goodness, that's so long ago. This has been sitting on my shelf, and I think it's just because I'm too nervous to see what will happen in the sequels, because sometimes sequels are good and sometimes they're bad. So we shall see how this one goes. Going into my section of buddy reads, I have a lot. I don't remember if I'm buddy reading this with my friend Mur or not, from Mur Books, I think. But I think I'm gonna be rereading The World Come at Darkness by Katie Rose Poole. This is the first book in her first ever YA fantasy trilogy. I read this a couple years ago when it first came out, and now I own all 3 books in this trilogy, so I'm hoping to reread book 1 and then jump into the rest of the trilogy and hopefully complete it this year. Same thing going with We Hunt the Flames by Fasa Falazier. I own books 1 and 2, and I would love to wrap up this duology in the month of June. I am going to be buddy reading this, or I should say rereading this, with my friend Lori over at the Chatty Bookworm here on book 2. I cannot wait to read this with you. Another reread I'm doing with Lori is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I am behind on my Sarah J. Maas read along. I'll leave my announcement video up above or down below. I'm so behind. We're supposed to be on like the final book of the series, I think, or we were supposed to be doing like a tandem read of 5 and 6. So I definitely need to get caught up on this, and again, hoping this video will motivate me to read. I don't know if this is a confirmed buddy read, but I mentioned in my friend M over at the Glittering Bookworm here on Instagram. She hasn't said yes or no to it, but we might be buddy reading The Wishing Game by Meg Schaefer. Very excited for this. This also has a lot of words with this book, and I believe there's a competition setting in here too, which is interesting. It's also another short book, so that will definitely help out with all these fantasy books. Another better read I'm reading this for the first time in the month of June with my friend Lori, and that is These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan. I do own book 2, so Lori, if you want to better read another duology this month, I am down to do so. I got this in my Beacon book box when Beacon was around, which is crazy to say. But yeah, this is a book box books that I would like to get off my list. A book I never got to last year and I would love to is Nothing More to Tell by Karen M. McManus. I've been wanting a good YA thriller lately, and I saw that I haven't read this one yet, and I'm very sad to say I haven't read this yet because I got a physical arc of this from Y'all West when I went the very first time, and then now I have a finished copy, so hoping this will motivate me, and I feel like summertime is just like a great time for thrillers. Going on with the wrapping up some series trend is I would like to wrap up the Shepherd King duology by Rachel Gilligan. This is the Two Twisted Crowns, which is the finale of this duology. Read book 1 earlier this year, absolutely loved it, so I can't wait to see how the series wraps up. Just some books I want to read for Pride Month is OK Cupid by Mason Deaver. Love Mason Deaver's writing. This was a book club pick for me back in February, and I just never got around to reading it, so again, motivation to read it now. This one, the sequel comes out in September, and I actually have an e-arc of this. I did started this earlier this year. I don't know if you can see the bookmark, but that is House of Marian by J.L. Book 2 of this, like I said, comes out in September, and I have an e-arc of it from Penguin Teen, so I'm hoping to again binge read another series. Count how many times I say the word series. Starting new ones, I would like to start Champion of Fate by Kendar Blake. I love Kendar Blake. She's an auto-buy author for me, so I'm hoping to get around to this. If not, I'll push it off to the fall time because book 2 of this series comes out in September. I think Lori and I are going to buddy read this one as well, but this one's going to be a reread for me, and that is Kingdom of the Wicked by Carrie Maniscalco. And then just some books that if I get around to them, I get around to them. I don't know if this counts for repeating words for buzzword, but I have With and Without You by Emily Webley and Austin Sigma Broca. This book has kept getting recommended to me through like family and friends, and that is I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy, popular memoir. Haven't read a memoir this year at all, so excited to start with this one. And then just some books that I have carried over from the month of April is Where the Dark Stands Still and The Prisoner Throne, a series finale, and then a YA fantasy standalone, or a first in a series. I don't know. And then some library books I would like to get to is Cinder and Glass by Melissa De La Cruz. I have an e-arc of this on NetGalley, and I would like to knock off some e-arcs from NetGalley this month. And then I don't have an e-arc of this, but I know book 2 comes out in the fall, and that is The Spells We Cast by Jason June. This is Jason June's first YA fantasy novel. And there you have it. That is everything on my June TBR. Oh, minus 2 new releases, I forgot. So, speaking of Penguin Teen, I would love to get to X's and Foes by Amanda Woody. This comes out in July, and I would like to read this early in June for you guys. And then this one comes out June 4th, and that is If You Can't Take the Heat by Michael Ruhlman. Comes out June 4th, so happy early book birthday. There you go. That is everything I have for tonight's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notification on so you don't miss any new videos coming from me soon. And I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. Bye! I lied. I'm back. I totally forgot that I did not do my TBR jar or my TBR jar prompt. With my TBR jar prompt, if I pick them, I'm going to see if any of these books match up with them, and then same with the TBR jar. So let's start with the TBR jar. This has been updated recently, so there's new books in here. So if they're already on my TBR, I'm just going to pick new ones. Let's go to the very bottom. Let's see. Can you see what it is? Oh, this is a new one, so okay, we'll wait for the results of that one. Let me shake up this to make it more exciting. Okay, number 2. Oh, a YA contemporary novel. Yes, please. Okay, and final one. Let's go very bottom and see. Oh, I got a pink one. This one's already on my TBR, so we'll pick another one. So hold on. That one was The Wishing Game, which was already on my TBR. But that would have been cool if it wasn't. Oh no! So this one is Nevernight by J. Kristoff. I just DNF a book by J. Kristoff. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna read that one, but let's see. Is my special edition up here? Yes, love that. And then I need this one and this one. Okay, I am nervous for this month's TBR jar pick now. So, like I said earlier in the video, I DNF Empire the Vampire by him, so I'm nervous to do Nevernight by J. Kristoff. This is a beautiful UK copy I got signed by J. Kristoff. I think I got this signed for my birthday or something like that. So yeah, it's signed and personalized to me, so I'm nervous for this, but TBR jar says it's time. And then another one that I just bought in the month of May, so you'll see this in my May book haul, and that is Sinner's Isles by Angela Monete, I believe. This is a YA fantasy standalone novel. I almost said sci-fi, but it's not. A couple of my favorite authors, Aidan Thomas, Rebecca Ross, Lissa Mia Smith, and I haven't heard of Margie Fruitson, but I know Marie Lu also blurbed this book, so very stoked for that one. And then I have a physical copy of this, but I don't know where it's at the moment. But that is Take Me Home Tonight by Morgan Matson, which is amazing because it's been a while since I read a Morgan Matson book. Let's jump into my TBR jar prompt and see what we have. Again, I'm only going to pick 3, and then whatever books fit the prompt is what I'm going to choose. Let's get this one. Can you guys see it? Let's see. Read a book by BIPOC author. Ooh, do I have any on this list? Oh yes, this is gonna mess up. This is gonna mess up the stacks so badly. Oh no. Ah, sorry if it hits you. I'm gonna be doing JL's House of Marion, because obviously by BIPOC author, and it will give me an excuse to actually get to this one this month, so I'll be doing that for this challenge. And then next challenge, sorry for the books falling on you guys. Next challenge is ask a librarian to pick. Ooh, let me put this one back because I'm always feel like I'm always bugging my librarians when I go there. So let's do challenge 2 again. What does this one say? Read an Owl Crate. Ooh, an Owl Crate book. Do I have any? Oh, yes. So this will be going for 2 challenges. So this will be going for an audiobook challenge for TBR Tackle and to read an Owl Crate because I got this from Owl Crate, obviously. So yay! This is definitely helping out my TBR. And final challenge for the month of June is going to be oh, there's 2. Let's put that one back. So let's see. Can you guys read that? Focus. We have read a book by an author with the same initials as you. Oh, this is so cool. This is one of my newest challenge that I just did. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do because I can't really find anything else. So read a book that has the same initial as you, D, T, or S, which is a hard challenge. I'm gonna read Okay Cupid by Miss Endeavor because it starts with a letter D, just like my first name does. So we're gonna do that challenge. That actually took me a hot minute to actually decide. I'm sure I have other authors. Sorry for not looking at you guys because I was looking at my shelf. I'm sure I have other authors to see if I have the same initials as them. But that was a very fun challenge. So those are what I'm reading for the month of June. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications so you don't miss any new notification coming from me soon. And I'll talk to you guys down in the comments below. Good night.